My name is Ayo Akinwande. I'm an artist in Lagos, Nigeria.
So we're in the Jazz Hall Cafe. Perhaps you could say a little bit about the work you've made for here.
Yeah. So the work I made for Jazzo is called the Momo LP Volume 3, The Listening Room. The series is also actually a part of a bigger body of work. The work at the Jazzo now is actually one is part of the two main project I've been doing. So the first one is the Power Show series, which is just a series of exhibitions uh, to kind of like create like a visual language where I'm trying to stretch out the deeper meanings of what power means in the sense of whether it's very literally or metaphorically electrical power, political power, all forms of power. We live in a power structure, whether it's invisible or visible. And while the second one, it's what I call archiving the future, uh, where I'm doing two things, where I'm kind of like interrogating what the archive means. What does it mean to archive for the future? And for me, it's involved two things, where I'm collecting screenshots from social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of the screenshots that has to do with political conversations from Nigeria. People complaining about the government, talking about the government, intellectual conversation, all sort of conversations, and then I just collect all of them without deciding what is worthy of being collected or not. While the second part is really collecting recordings from conversations in public spaces at the bus stops in Lagos. And those conversations from the public spaces and bus stops in Lagos is what led to the sound project with the Momo LP. 2018, when I was doing the second itinerary of the Power Show exhibition, I decided to make it into an album where I was looking at it from the recordings from this point of where people can gather in public spaces and complain about the government, which is something that seems to be part of the benefit of being in a democratic space. Then I started thinking about the Jazzo. I've been here many times, but also thinking about Jazzo as an institution, because that becomes very important in the Nigerian context. Anything that is more than 10 years can be seen as an institution in the Nigerian context. I stand to be corrected. Uh, um, and then the Jazzo has an history from Glendora to Jazzo, history that spanned four decades. So in a way, it's a very, really reputable institution. But then I was also thinking about the Jazzo as an archive room, with the books and the records. And I'm just like, okay, I'm going to go to Lagos, and then I'm going to take these recordings, and I'm going to create the third itinerary. I'm going to call it the Momo LP Volume 3, The Listening Room. Uh, Kind of like looking at Jazzo as a room for you to listen, space for you to come to listen. Uh, and then I started to think more about what form would these recordings be, for example. And I thought more about kind of create like an hybrid of sound from the voices and the instrument. Uh, so for me, it was more like to create like a hybrid of sound where the voices is going into the instrument and it's coming out, and then presenting it at the Jazzo. And then the scores I made, the drawings, and then I presented them as records in the size of records, and then I just put it in the space. So when you come into the space, I'm not trying to literally take over the Jazzo, but respecting the fact that something exists in the Jazzo, and my work is just going to be there temporarily, and also get out of the space.
You know when somebody is talking and we are used to something.